Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to our very last video for English 101. This is finals week. You made it! Congratulations! You've turned in Project 3. I'm really excited to read those. This week, the last thing you have to do is write a brief reflective letter, kind of looking back on your experiences in English 101. And then you're done. Freedom! Summer is at hand! All that good stuff. There is an exit essay, but as we talked about last week, you only have to take the exit essay if you scored lower than 30 points on the diagnostic essay. So that very first essay that you submitted for me, remember we read 3 articles. One of them was by Stephen King. It was really fun. Uh, if you scored 30 points or higher on that exit essay, you do not have to take the exit essay. 30 points or higher on the diagnostic, you do not have to take the exit essay. If you scored 29 points or lower, then you do have to take the exit essay. And there's a whole folder in the modules tab to help you do the exit essay. So if you scored lower than 29 points on the diagnostic essay, make sure you go in the modules and watch all the instructional materials before you attempt the exit essay. So here's the final timed exam. You only have to write it if you scored 29 points or lower. That equals out to less than 60% on the diagnostic essay. Here's a recorded lecture. Please, please, please watch it before you try the exam. Like seriously, watch it. It will help you. Watch it. Here is the prompt for it. Here's the reading you're going to need to be familiar with. And here is a sample outline. So lots of things to help you be successful on the exit essay if you need to take that. But remember, you only need to take it if you scored lower than 29 points. There you go. For everybody else does need to write the reflective letter. Hooray. I'm so excited to see your reflective letters because these are honestly my favorite assignment to read because not only does it show me what you've learned, but it helps me see what things are working and what things maybe I could change or switch up to make them even better for the next class that comes. So I think the thing you're going to find most helpful here is this video about the WPA and habits of mind, because the reflective letter is asking you to do a couple things as you look back. Uh, Here's the sample letter. You'll see that it is done in a block style format. You're going to need to write your letter in this format. It's a very standard professional letter document. So as you leave this class, this is another skill you can transfer. If you ever have to write a professional letter or a cover letter or anything like that, this is your format. Woohoo! Uh, You'll address it to me because, you're writing the letter to me. In your first paragraph, you're going to tell me a little bit about your impressions of the quarter, how it went, all of that. And then your thesis statement for this letter is actually going to be a metaphor or a simile. And you can have fun with this. You can be like, English 101 was like a roller coaster ride. It had its ups and downs, but ultimately I enjoyed it, the experience. Or they can be like, it doesn't have to be positive. You could say English 101 was like a marathon. I pushed myself to do my very best, but it was a difficult experience overall, and I barely made it across the finish line. However you want to create your metaphor, have fun with it. Totally okay to be silly, totally okay to be positive, totally okay to be negative, however you want to structure it. As long as you support it in the body of the essay, solid. And then after you've created your metaphor or simile, you're going to move into your body paragraphs of this letter. The first paragraph is going to be all about Project One. So it's going to use the simile to kind of be our topic sentence. So we could say something like, Project One was like that part of the roller coaster where you could just go chink, 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 chink up the very big hill before your like first initial drop. You could say this was challenging to get through the reading of the book. It felt like we had a lot of steps that were just chink, 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 chinking us up to the essay. Uh, and you could say that's how you're going to connect that metaphor or simile. And then you're going to mention WPA outcomes and habits of mind. And that's where that video is going to be really helpful. The WPA outcomes are the writing program administration outcomes. So nationally, all of the colleges agree that these are the things that students in English 101 should be able to do by the time they're done with English 101. And I go over all of those in the video, but they're like, can the person write rhetorically? That means persuasively. Can the person research? Can the person edit? Can the person ask critical questions and use critical thinking, all of those good things. So you would mention one of those outcomes. You say, this project uh, made me use my critical thinking as I was trying to deduce who the murderers were and how to incorporate that into an essay arguing about justice and revenge. And habits of mind, once again, nationally, colleges agree that this is something students bring to the table in class and something that they continue to hone throughout class. So this is like um, more ephemeral ideas like curiosity or persistence or something along those lines. So you could say in project one, I used curiosity as I wanted to know who the murderers were and how that might sway a reader to understand more about human nature and what drives us toward revenge. And that's how you would create your paragraph. You're going to do that for project two and project three. And then in this last body paragraph, you're going to talk about the idea of transfer. And in this case, transfer is what skills can you take from this class and transfer to another class? Like, how will they help you somewhere else? And it doesn't have to be in classes. It could be in real life too. You could be like, well, now I know how to proofread carefully when I send an email. So my emails will be more critically organized or something like that. Or I think this will help me in my sociology class next quarter because I know I'm going to have to write essays there. You know, what helped you in this class that might be useful elsewhere? MLA format, research, critical thinking, putting together an essay, outlines, thesis statements, you know, all that good stuff. What might be useful? And then close the letter with an overall impression of the class. This is a chance to say something that worked well for you, like the weekly overview videos were helpful. They helped me organize my ideas and make sure my time was used effectively. Or it's a place to say something that didn't work so that maybe I can make some changes and make it better for the next quarter. I could say the weekly overview videos really weren't worth the time of watching them. I didn't glean a lot of information from that I couldn't have gotten on my own from the calendar. You know, so that's your chance to kind of give some feedback. What was good? What was maybe not so good? I would love to hear from you so that I can continue to make this class better. Keep doing the things that are working and change the things that maybe aren't. So future generations will appreciate your letters and your feedback because the class will change based on what you say. So thank you for investing in this. I'm looking forward to reading these. You just end it by signing your name. You don't have to like print it out and sign it with ink or anything. Just use a cursive font and you'll be good to go. That's all you got to do. Awesome. That's the reflective letter in a nutshell. We've got all of those resources in the modules tab to help you write that as well, though. So please take advantage of those. The WPA outcomes and habits of mind going to be the most helpful thing. So make sure to check that out before you write the letter. Awesome. Yay. It's been so much fun having you guys in class. Thank you for an awesome quarter. I've truly enjoyed this so much, guys. Thank you for making this a fabulous spring. I hope you have a great summer, and maybe I'll see folks around in English 102 or 235. Have a good one, guys.